Hello, my name is Jean-Philippe and... So as some of you know, Ben Levin is on tour. He's traveling across Europe with his band Ben Levin and they're opening for Haken. But he has to post a video every single week. And he realized that he couldn't make this video for the 12th of March. So he called me out. I have no idea what we're going to do, but I'm sure we're going to do a great video.
I've been touring with my band Ben Levin for about 8 years now, and it's been super chaotic. We've been driving ourselves in vans and playing all sizes of venues in this kind of hectic, insane way. And I've never been able to really document this process, even though it's a huge part of my life and my musical identity. But finally, we're on this tour opening for Haken in Europe here, where we're on a bus and it's pretty swanky and I've got all this free time. And I think I'm finally able to express this part of my life to you, thanks to my pal Joao, who came from Portugal to help me film this. So I'm going to be talking about warming up and some tips about gear, maybe, and just how you get ready for a show. Hopefully it'll be useful to you no matter where you're playing, because I've been using these techniques and thinking about this stuff when I'm playing for 3 people or when I'm playing for 1,000 people or whatever the numbers are now. So I hope you have a good time and let's check it out. Coca-Cola. Hello.
Let's go, Ben. Go for it, Ben. You can do it. You can do it.
I've spent so much money toning my ass, I'm glad you got a nice shot of it. At the beginning of the tour, actually, it was much harder for me to lift stuff than it is now, so I feel like I'm getting a little stronger. Soon I'll finally be an adequate husband. I can't pick up my own wife. Well, so with regards to the gear, I've got this rental Fender Deluxe thing, and then I have the Line 6 Helix here, which is nice. And I put my volume knob up. There's a little marker there, so I know where to go. I go like there. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty shy about talking about gear generally because I don't want to create the impression that you need a lot of fancy stuff to make music. But I thought maybe it'd be funny to talk through my Helix patches here. You'll see first I have clean, which is just basically a little bit of distortion, but it's mostly clean. Then I have infinite, because there's an infinite delay on it, which I use at the beginning of Leak Water, and I do a bunch of soundscapes with it. Then I have diaper rot, which is real dirty duty sound. And then I have wet diaper, which is like diaper rot, except it's got delay and reverb on it. And then I have soppy bread. That's real wet, but it's bread. So it's not a diaper, it's more clean. And then I have fade, which is just uninteresting. FX. I got earplugs, protect my ears. And also, they go into this wireless pack here. And I turn it on and I hear the radio. I just listen to the radio during our set. And Nativ, our sound engineer, he will change radio stations. I'll listen to the oldies, depending on how we're doing. And then I have guitars. I have 2 of these because they're so cheap. When people ask me why do I use a Squier, it's because it's cheaper. I bought a Squier that was $400 and this Fender version is $700 or $800, and in the store the strings were newer, so it sounded better. And that was enough reason for me to get this, and I haven't looked back. I did replace the tuners, which wasn't very expensive to do, and it's good. You can see I have a little blood on it from last night, which is nice. That's a nice effect. It makes the audience think you're trying your hardest.
Say anything about Courtney's vocal warm-ups, because I think they will be really loud on the microphone.
Yeah, well, Courtney is an expert singer, truly professional. She knows how to not only kill it on one show, but she knows how to kill it across a whole month of shows. And a big part of the reason for that is she's gotten really good at finding the right time and place and way to warm up. For any other band member, if the instrument breaks, you just go to Guitar Center and buy a new one. But for the voice, if the strings are messed up or the gears don't work, it's your body. I noticed over the years you've done really long tours and gotten more and more and more good at protecting your instrument. And yeah, so do you have any advice?
Yeah, I think the biggest piece of advice that I think the two big ones. First one is to sing as softly as possible. So I learned this last tour when we did our Paper Earth tour in the summer. And after the first week, we played New York, and it's really exciting. And we were talking to all our friends, and I lost my voice completely. And then I had a couple days to recover. And then we had a stretch of 6 shows. So when I started singing that week, I was just like, okay, I'm going to do as little as possible so I don't have to like catch up later. And then I stopped losing my voice, and I just was like, oh, I didn't realize it was that easy. You just, you just consciously have to think about singing less. And it's really hard because you get super excited about it. But yeah, that's my one big one. And the other big one is that is preventative measures are always easier than fixing things later. I think about warming up kind of in that way, where I used to be embarrassed of making sound, or sort of I don't like encroaching on like the space, but I kind of like put that away. When I'm setting up, I'm always warming up.
So don't be shy about warming up anywhere.
Okay, I want you to put that on.
Low, booty, pray low. Beta Snicked V. Simulation Center. Budweiser, Budvar.
How much time do we have?
I'd say 30 minutes.
What time is it?
4:18.
What are we going to do in these 30 minutes?
We should cross the bridge.
It's 5:30, yeah. So we have more than 30 minutes. We have about 40 minutes. Oh, hey.
Oh my God.
Oh, excuse me. I'm
my
going to
God.
pick you up. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, you can pick me up. Thank you so much. And a sticker too. It's helpful to meet people because I think at the end of the day, after our show, if it was a great show, we don't worry. But if it was a show with some mistakes or technical things, we get pretty worried. And so seeing people and meeting people helps remind us that, it's more about them and they enjoyed it. So that's really good. Usually people like the show. I don't need privacy anymore. I'm a public swamp. Everyone can smell my stink. Everyone can see my dirt. And that's where it is. It's out in the open. I'm a stinky boy. You gotta sneak it in. Today's hard lesson is I should not drink a whole bottle of orange Fanta at any point in the experience of touring because that dries me out and it feels bad. And you really shouldn't drink that much sugar. Fanta is like a dessert, but it's like worse than any dessert. And that's actually true of all the sugar sodas. Thank you very much.
We are faking this up just to give kind of fresh start to the video now.
I've been awake since 10 a.m. and I'm so sleepy.
Damn, man. We need coffee, man. No, you don't drink coffee, right?
That's true. But I could
we need
pretend.
to wake up.
Oh man, I need to wake up.
Yeah, man, you need to wake up. I'm already dressed up. I don't know how this happened.
I'm not
And
just.
I'm holding a light. This is not normal on the way. Let's go, Ben. I get you some trousers on the venue.
Okay. We got Rich Henschel here from Haken. He's
Hello.
one of the several fine instrumentalists in the band. No, let's do that again.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
I
At
think
this time.
Are you trying to do the introduction again?
Yeah, here we go. So, a lot of people have all kinds of different ways of warming up. And I'm just kind of curious, what do you have to worry about?
I generally will play through certain sections in the set, usually starting with the first song. And in the first song in this set, especially, there's this one tricky bit. As you can hear, I can't play it even now. There's also this bit, which is a chordal section in the same songs in the first song. But generally, I just keep playing through various parts or exercises until my fingers feel nice and soft, like spaghetti.
Yeah, like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think we're going to cut now to a super paced sequence of Ben explaining yesterday how he warms up.
What I like to do is play something really simple and little, going back and forth from one string to another. Doo-dee, 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 doo. Just to calibrate and relax. And I start making music more and more. Warming up is like a gradually building improv where I go from the simplest stuff and I branch out to get more and more complex.
And we're back here.
Loosening up my fingers.
Hello.
Hey,
in the video.
This is warming up.
Ross
Ross is warming up. What does Ross do to
This is
warm
my
up?
warm up.
We're talking about warm-ups.
This is a vitamin C and zinc
Uh-huh.
medicated drink, which I'll mix with hot water and consume through my mouth. And
you like chamomile?
chamomile tea, honey is
Yeah.
it's a pretty standard item on the Haken rider.
Do you think it's a placebo or really biologically helpful?
Either way, it works, right?
Singer, isn't it, to drink dairy stuff before a show? Like a glass of milk would be the worst thing to do.
I try and avoid dairy products,
Yeah.
with the exception of eggs, because that's a source of protein.
If I have to poop, I can't play in time. It's true though. I'm just like really bad at.
Have you ever done that on stage? Have you ever
Pooped on stage?
pooped on stage?
I've had to poop on stage. I'm an adult.
Yeah,
I'm a big boy now.
I wear a nappy on stage just in case I need to poop.
Hey Ben,
Hi.
what's one thing you do before you go on stage?
I make sure to take care of the thing I was telling you about before, and I just try to think about what I'm about to do.
And what are you about to do?
Play all the songs in order and jump around, do my best to play the notes.
So let's go for it.
Okay. In order to see a show like that, a whole lot of people have to work really well together. And it's not just the band. You've got the lighting engineer, you've got the sound engineer, you have the driver, you have the merch people, and all of them are working together to create a unified experience, a magical experience where you kind of forget that you're in a dingy room or some empty theater, and you feel like you've been transported into this special place that live music lives. So teamwork is really at the core of all of this, and treating each other well on the road is one of the most important things for survival on the road. One of the best team players I know is Chris Baum. Let's hear what he has to say. We're rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Okay, it's gonna be another one of those shots where we're talking and then we're like, oh, oh my god,
Oh my goodness.
Chris, you've been on tour many times with me and I with you.
It's true. We've been through a lot.
What's some advice you have for people who wish to tour a lot and keep growing the whole time and be on a nice trajectory where eventually they can maybe even make a living touring?
You should go on tour once before you determine that you want to go on tour a lot. Because it is far different than most people envision it. Aside from the music part, which should be taken for granted, basically. You should have good music. You should be able to play very well. Once you have the music in place, once you have the band in place, really the crucial element of the whole thing is just to be kind to people. If you can't be nice to each other and take care of each other and actually talk about how you can take care of each other and figure that out from the beginning, it's just a recipe for burnout.
Yeah.
People are going to start to hate each other, and that's the end of the band.
Okay, it's the end of the day.
Yeah.
We played a show. When you reflect on tour, what are you thinking about?
Not as much thinking if the day was good or not, but I do decide like what to draw about. So I draw a picture every day and do like a sketch journal. And so I have to pick one or several things from the day that make it like, that made the day like special or stand out. I think on our own, we always try to like make it work because we know that like together we're extra powerful. Together we like make something that none of us could make individually, and so we all kind of like respect that and will do so much to make that happen as much as possible.
Well, it's very nice that you came all this way. I'm glad we made this movie and I hope you all enjoyed it. Very special to go on tour and actually have it documented so maybe my parents can see it.
Maybe my parents can see it too.
And to that I say, maybe both of our parents can someday see this.
Together.
You are my parents.
What?
I'm very happy with
Wait,
all of this.
we need to really
No,
need to
he's the
conclude this
king
video.
of all the
This
lines.
was an amazing experience. It's
He
Ben Levin,
is the
everybody.
king.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope this was a good video. Probably it was different than the usual. I hope it was cool to you. I hope it brought value to you.
The most valuable piece of all this is that lots of people come together to do something positive thanks to the force of music. That's why we're here, that's why you're here, and that's why I'm happy to be here every day, even on the hard ones. Enjoy.
Enjoy.